So welcome back guys to Rising Coders Era, and this is Java program series where we are going to solve different programs in Java. And the program number 1 where we are going to solve Java program to print an integer entered by the user. Okay, so user is going to enter an integer and it is going to be printed. So how we can do this? And before this you should know some basic to write the code, and that is you should know what is the hello world program, how to write the hello world program, and basic input and output. If you are unknown with this, you don't have to worry, I am going to explain this. To write the hello world program inside Java, so this is all the comment we have just written here, multi-line comment, and from here line number 14 the program gets started. So we just write public and then class. Okay, so what is a public? Public is an accessible for other classes, so we can just access it from any other class, or we can just use it in any other file. This is a class and the class name is going to be the file name. Now here inside the Java, the file name must be capital, starting with capital. Okay, the first letter must be capital, so 1, and here we start to write this class, and here then I'm going to write the main and enter. So here we write public static void main string args. Okay, so this public is nothing but this is an access specifier, like we just have public, private. Okay, and then static, you can just see static is be called without creating an object. We just create some objects sometimes, so we will know this in upcoming videos. And we just create an object, so here we don't have to create an object and we can directly run the code. And void is nothing but method does not return any value, so we don't have to return any value. And the main is nothing but where the program gets started, so it just says that from here this is the entry point of the program where we are just going to start. And string args is nothing but it is an command line arguments. So this is all about this. And hello world program, we just write here system.out.println. so this is nothing but we just have to print something on a line, so we just write system.out.println. so here s is capital. If you want to just make it shortcut for this is SOUT, and you can just enter it. So this is one of the shortcut, or you can just write manually. You can use this double string or in single string. You can just write hello world. Okay, hello world, and then you can just run this program. So you can just see it on the terminal, the hello world has been printed. Okay, this is quite simple, and you just have to write this all the things. Okay, public static void main. So instead of this you can just move inside the terminal, or you can just move inside the CMD and you can just type here Jshell. Jshell stands for Java shell, SHELL, and here you can see the Java shell is been started. Now when we go with the Java shell is nothing but you can just write directly code, and instead of writing all this thing you can just write println, and inside this you can just write hello world, one line, and semicolon, and hit the enter. You can just see it has been printed over here. So this is quite interesting. You can just write Jshell, and you can just write in one line. Suppose you just have to print any other thing, so you can just write here, and it is going to write this all thing. So you don't have to write these 2 lines, just directly start writing this. So we are now well known with the hello world program. Okay, so hello world is nothing but it is string to be printed. Okay, this is string to be printed. Then println is nothing but we just have to print something on a new line, so for this we just write println. Okay, this is basic input and output. Okay, now I'm just going to remove this, and if you just want to write any input or output, you just use one class named as scanner. Now when just I'm going to write, we are just going to use a scanner. Now when I'm going to enter, here you can see import java.util. This has been created automatically. This is nothing but something is been written by someone and we are just going to use it. So scanner, it has been create an object scan is equal to scanner, and inside this we are going to write system.in. Okay, is right here new before this, so space, or you can depend up to you, you just want to give space or not. Okay, now when we just move at this point, it is going to show you the error. This is not an error, but it is showing you that scanner is never closed. This is one of the error, and also we have not used the scan. So at the end you just have to close this scan dot close. Okay, this is one of the method. So scan dot close, you just have to close it. Here we are just going to write here south, and here I'm going to write enter your name. Okay, enter your name. Suppose I'm going to write this, this is going to be printed, enter your name. Now what we want to do, we just want to, before this I'm going to write here, I just want a string, and I'm going to create a variable. Variable is nothing but where we just store something. So this is name. That is, we just want to next line. For this we just write next line, but before this we just have to write the object scan dot next line. Okay, so next line, so it is going to scan the next line. Now it is going to show that a name is been created but you are not using it, so we are just going to print it that your name is your name. Okay, name is, and here we are going to write plus name. Okay, so which is been stored, the name is going to be stored inside the variable. What is going to be the output of this program? So first we have just created an object. Okay, so I'm going to write here some comment. We have just created an instance from the keyboard. Okay, so you can just see this is the instance, and then you are going to see here we have just written here string. The name is going to be the string, and that is going to be scanned by the next line from the keyboard, and this is going to be printed over here, your name is, and scan dot close at the end. Now we are going to do, we are having this, we are just going to move at the bottom, and now when we are just going to run it, so it is going to show you that enter your name, and here we are going to write here Codus is going to be the name, and your name is Codus. We have to focus on the integer. What we can do here, so we are having this scanner. Okay, scanner, and here we are just going to write enter a number. Okay, after this we I'm going to create a comment. Here we are going to write, we are just going to remove this, and we are going to make the integer, and here integer we are going to create the variable, we are going to rename the variable, and that is going to be number. Here next integer we want here integer, so I must be capital, and similarly we just use the next line. At that point line L must be capital, and here we are going to change the variable, and that is going to be number. So your number is, or you can just write here you entered, enter, and the number. So this is the thing, next integer reads the next integer from the keyboard. Okay, it is going to read the next number, what is going to be the next number, and it is going to read from here, and it is going to be stored inside this variable number, and then it is going to be printed over here. So I'm going to write here 2024, and you enter 2024. Okay, you get the source code inside the description, you will get the link. So object of scanner class scan created to take inputs from a standard input, which is a keyboard. So we have just created an object of scanner class at this point, line number 19, and here scan is the object, enter number, prompt is printed. So this is a prompt, that means something is been displayed on your terminal, that is called as prompt. And scan dot next integer, that is going to read all the integers from the keyboard unless it encounters a new line. That means unless we just enter, it is going to read all the number, and it is going to store inside the variable number. Third integer are then saved to the integer variable number. Okay, we have just saved it inside the variable number. If you enter any character which is not an integer, it is going to show this error. We are just going to check this, and finally the number is been printed out standard. Okay, we are just having system.out at this point, it has been just printed on the terminal. Now we just have to see this message. If I'm just going to enter a string, it should throw this message, throw this error on the terminal, and that is going to be input mismatch exception. So let's see, I'm just going to enter some number, and here I am just enter some string. So you can just see this is the error which is going to be thrown. Okay, so exception is thread, and java.util input mismatch exception. Okay, so this was the error, input mismatch exception. So it is going to throw this error. So this is all about this program. This is program number 1, and share this video, subscribe our channel, and share this video with your friends. So thank you guys for watching this video.